Problem 22-39. We are now moving on to requirement 2, the production report. Now that we know how many bats we are guessing we will sell, which is right up here, we can figure out how many we need to manufacture. Remember, we may already have some bats in inventory, and we probably want to have some surplus inventory at the end of the quarter just in case sales are higher than we expected. This production budget, which tells us how many bats we need to make, will be needed to determine our budgets for direct materials, direct labor, manufacturing overhead, the cost of goods sold budget, and then the selling and admin expense budget. So again, we are on step 2, which is creating the production budget. To calculate the number of bats to produce, we start off with budgeted bats to be sold. And the budgeted bats to be sold come from here. Next, we need to add in the desired bats in ending inventory. And we get that from over here in our extra information. Desired ending finished goods inventory is 100 youth bats and 550 adult bats. So we want a total of 650 bats in ending inventory. Again, we don't want to have exactly 0 inventory because what if we sell more than these 4,400 bats? So the total bats needed, we're just going to add those two. We got 1,400 youth bats. We get what, 3,650 adult bats, and that gives us 5,050 total bats that we need. But remember, we may already have some bats in beginning inventory. And right here in section B, it tells us on December 31st, which is the end of the previous quarter. Remember, these are quarterly budgets, and we're making the budget for the first quarter. So the beginning balance for the first quarter is the ending balance of the previous quarter. So we had 650 youth bats, and we had 440 adult bats. That's 1,090 bats that we had already in inventory. So now to figure out how many bats we need to produce, we need 1,400, but we already have 650. So 1,400 minus 650 gives us 750 youth bats. We need 3,650 adult bats, but we already have 440. So we need to subtract those two. So the amount we need to produce is 3,210. And then we're just going to take this number, add that to that number, and we get a total of 3,960 bats we need to produce. In the next video, we will figure out the direct materials needed to make these 3,960 bats.